Hi, it's Ralph and Lonnie D'Amicis, authors of the Planetary Calendar, back with a monthly forecast. This time we're going to be talking about February 2025. So get your calendar and follow along. We're going to be covering an extra day because we're going to start off with February 1st and go all the way through to February 8th.
Exactly. And of course, the month starts off very socially. It's kind of nice. You've got a whole bunch of aspects to the moon.
Let me just give you a reminder about all that hash marks up there. You know, now we read that moon trine Mars, moon sextile Uranus, moon conjunct Neptune, and so on. And remember that those aspects are in the order that they occur.
So you have all these nice aspects going on that first day. You've got the moon is going to be in Pisces all day. The moon's going to go into Aries about 5 p.m. You have a nice Venus conjunct Neptune. Not quite sure what that's going to do, but it should be entertaining.
Nice dreamy day.
Especially in Pisces.
You know, I love to call that a beach day, but
yes,
you know, we live in a place of 365-day beach days.
Yes, exactly. So
anyway, it's the day before Groundhog Day, and so we're hoping that Punxsutawney Phil and his ilk do not see their shadow.
There really is a very strong Pisces theme on that day. It's not just the moon. Remember also Venus and Pisces, Neptune and Pisces are going to make conjunctions with the moon in the course of the day. So it would actually be a wonderful day for anything spiritual, for anything very creative, anything that really where your imagination can soar would be fantastic for that.
Even Saturn's in Pisces.
Oh my gosh. So everyone, yes.
You know, if Saturn is going to the beach, you might as well all pack up a picnic.
And then Groundhog Day definitely is going to be fun because you have, that's the second. You have the sun sextile the moon in Aries, you know, Aquarius to Aries. And then you have the moon is sextile Mercury and sextile Jupiter.
It's kind of fitting to have an Aries moon on a Groundhog Day, which...
Yes.
You know, it's a new beginning. So
pops out.
Yes. Exactly. And I'm surprised that we've been talking about having a gray box day, where was a new innovation for the calendar, just like the lineup of aspects to the moon. And then we went through all of January and we didn't have a single one. But we start off February pretty quickly on the 3rd with that gray box. And it's because the void of course is particularly long and problemsome. So it's problemsome because it's in the sign of Aries when the moon goes void of course. And it's from 2 a.m., so the beginning of the day, to 7:30 p.m., close to the end of the day. So it's an all-day void of course. I mean, the squares to Mars and Pluto from the moon would not have been enough to give it a black box, but we wanted to draw your attention to that void of course.
You know, there is Mercury trine Jupiter on that day, so you got a little bit of guidance, but really, a void of course in Aries means a lot of false starts. Okay, a lot of getting halfway through something and realizing that you're out in the backyard and you've left the faucet running in the kitchen. Kind of stuff. So.
Well, and then you got the added turbulence of Venus entering Aries. So, you know, there's a lot going on that day. So just tread lightly.
Exactly. Now, on the 4th, that letter there is A, so obviously we paid attention to it. On the next day is the letter B, and the moon's in Taurus. Lovely. What actually is happening that's important is that Jupiter is turning direct. So if you've had any projects, any long-term projects that have been a little bit stalled, you will notice they start moving forward now. Jupiter is really big about long-term ventures. You know, those projects you plan a year and 2 years in advance. So Jupiter moving forward is, you know, in Gemini is very positive. It's a nice turnaround for people.
As long as you get that communication with the moon going straightened out. You know, that Mercury in Aquarius is squaring that Taurus moon.
Yes, so there could be a little bit of, you're going to have to work on communications that day. On the 5th is the first quarter moon. The moon will be in Taurus all day long. It's going to go into Gemini late at night, about 10:45 p.m. It's going to go into Gemini. There's a whole lineup of aspects to the moon on that day, but they're positive aspects. So a really nice social day, a very good day for interacting with people, especially because it's to Saturn, to Mars, so it's up close and personal. There's also aspects to the moon, the moon will be passing over Uranus in the course of the day. So be kind of aware about that. Maybe a little emotional, outbursts and things that could be an issue. I would watch out for that personally. And then on the 6th, it's all lunar aspects. You got, as you know, you can read it now. The moon in Gemini is sextile to Venus. It's trine to Pluto, and it's conjunct to Jupiter. So the moon's going to be passing over Jupiter today.
And before you clap your hands when you see a block day that has nothing on the lines, no hard aspects on the lines, up or down, that doesn't mean there isn't an aspect in play, because those aspects, especially the sun-moon square from the day before, is certainly in play for more than just the 24 hours of the 5th. And we move into that sun-trine-moon on the 7th, so that's already starting to pick up. So the aspects are only there the moment that they're exact.
By the way, that's also National Wear Red Day.
There you go.
Not quite sure what we put in there, except just for the fun of it, I think. Now, the moon is going to be making a trine to Mercury in Aquarius, which is a really positive aspect, great for communications. Now, there are squares to Taurus and to Neptune from the moon, so getting stuff done, it may take some real muscle. But as Lonnie said, that sun trine moon is very positive, and the Venus sextile Pluto is very nice as well. But the sun trine moon is just very positive at that time.
And we end on Saturday the 8th. It's kind of a light planet day.
Yes.
And we've got, the moon will be going into Cancer early in the morning. So it's essentially a Cancer moon all day long, or as Ralph likes to call it, the crab.
Yes.
And it has a little square to Venus, but Venus has just gone into Aries, and she's still a little tenuous there too. So just be nice to the ladies in your life.
Yeah. So there are events during the week, but generally speaking, I think it's kind of a nice week. And you have a couple of, with Jupiter turning direct and Venus changing sign, there's definitely things to pay attention to.
So that's it for February 2025. Join us next time for another monthly forecast. You can find us on YouTube at Planetary Calendar Astrology. And if you don't have your calendar to follow along, there's still some available at planetarycalendar.com.